Okay. Having that figured out, fuck, we can finally start actually doing the activity, right? That I had been planning on doing the whole damn time. We're painting. We're doing MS Paint. We're doing paint. Are we excited? I'm excited, frankly, because I'll actually be able to do the fucking thing that I said I was gonna do, which was fucking paint. I've been meaning to paint the whole time, and I've been trying to figure out audio issues like an animal. Now let's see, you know, if we can fucking do some of that and get somewhere with this shit. My god. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. We'll test it out in post as well. There's so much to think about. But today we're painting a bear. Now, frankly, not, you know, not something I'm familiar with often, bears. But they're cool, right? And who would I be to ignore the beauty of a bear, right? So first off, you know, we're gonna take a look, see what kind of colors are here, right? First off, layers. Let's make a couple, right? Now, let's see. What kind of color do you think that is, right? Then again, we should also figure out what kind of brushes we want. Natural pencil. Wow, that's lovely. I'm happy that they've got more brush options as well, right? Look at that. Ah! My phone fell. My dang phone fell. Oh well. Okay. Let's see. Where's a good starting color, right? Let's take a look at this bear, right? Take a look at this bear. What's up with this bear? Look at it. Let's take a look at it. Look at this bear. Ain't it cute? It's like kind of a grayish color on that trunk right there, on that like tree limb. I think that's what we should start looking at more often than not, right? Is like, let's figure out what that color is. So we're gonna go down here. It's more of like in this area, right? It's like a brownish grayish, right? Okay. Go with something like this, right? How's that look? How's that look color-wise? Pretty close match, I think. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Okay. So, when looking at this, you know, just keep on going up to here, somewhere around here, right? Now, I'm not like a very good artist, you know, so I'm doing this just for the sake of it. But I want to improve, right? I mean, who doesn't, you know? Now, note, I also need to emphasize this. I'm drawing on a mouse and keyboard, so a little tougher than you might think, right? You might be like, oh wow, you know, it looks a bit shit, bud. Listen, man, it's tough, right? It's hard to draw whenever you're used to, you know, a pencil and paper and you know, and maybe some ink every so often. You know, but we're trying to make something beautiful here. And, you know, beauty requires a lot of work and a lot of effort. But, I mean, I feel like this is a great color already. And, you know, we can start rendering on, you know, whenever we get this all nice and colored out. I feel like I'm like a shitty Bob Ross, right? I even got, like, the hair for it. That's a lie, actually. I hate that I'm lying to people already, but I'm a liar. I don't have hair like Bob Ross. I, in fact, have hair like a shitty hair metal musician from, like, the 80s. You know what I mean? That kind of style. Oh, whatever. Nah! No. Oh, my God. It scared the shit out of me. God, I forgot how loud that song was. So this song is actually one of Chamelea's first forays into future bass. Camellia is, you know, as some of you may be familiar with, is a rhythm game musician slash, you know, just EDM musician. Doesn't do a lot of this though, right? It's unique. It's fun too. Oh no. No. None of that nonsense. I mean, it's just lovely, right? Lovely EDM. Yeah, God damn it. Okay, now let's look at this bear, you know? We should move this layer up, right? And this one, I think we should start really thinking about, like, you know, what are some blurry brushes? I think we've got airbrush, sure, but we should shrink it a little, right? And then let's look at the colors we got here. They're similar, right? Let's, you know, maybe we warm them up a little, right? Just a little, you know? Look at that. Okay. And then we, you know... Okay, well, maybe not. Maybe not that brush, right? Maybe crayon, though. Let's see how that looks. Ooh, no, it's a little too definite, right? I really honestly think that natural pencil is really good. Like, that's really good for, like, kind of a blurry aesthetic, right? And, you know, hey, the thing about it is, like, we're not looking for perfect accuracy here. I mean, look at us, you know? We're drawing something that's meant to be evocative, right? We're evoking imagery, right? And maybe that's a lazy artist's, you know, statement. Maybe that's, you know, the kind of thing that a lazy artist says. But I mean, hey, you know, what am I gonna do, right? I'm just some guy. Just some guy drawing on the internet for, you know, himself and, like, a bunch of bots. You know, hey, who am I gonna be to complain? I'm sitting at home drawing. It's better than some people get, right? And for those of you who might be wondering why am I taking so many frequent breaks in the drawing process, it's because I'm looking at reference. Something that a lot of people, you know, neglect reference. They think, you know, if I'm good enough at art, you know, I can draw anything and I don't have to reference things. They don't realize reference is deeply important, right? They don't realize just how important reference can be, you know? They don't get it, right? They look in and they see, oh man, you know, I was doing great at art, you know, and then all these guys, they're like, oh, you should be using reference, you should be looking at reference, and buddy, they're right. They're right, man. Reference is super important. You know, at least like get a little bit of understanding of what you're making. You know, I mean, I'm not doing all that hot myself, but shit, it's better than nothing, right? And, you know, at the end of the day, maybe it looks like a child's drawing. That's fine. I'm okay with that, right? I'm okay with looking like an amateur while I'm trying to understand things. Jesus, heaven. Jesus, good Lord alive, that's loud. I forgot how loud some of the songs were on Crystallized. My God, you know? Okay. The thing about this one that's tough, though, is, like, you know, a lot of the difficulty in this piece is going to come from the fact that, like, there's a lot of blur, right? You know, there's a lot of blurry quality to it, right? That's kind of the point of this bear, is like the bear is the focus. So honestly, why are we focusing so much on this aspect of it, right? I gotta say, the fact that they introduced layers to this thing is just, it's unbelievably important to me. Like, I mean, look at how this looks now, right? You can just change layers. Isn't that beautiful? I think it's crazy. And then let's see, what else is here? Just a general brush, you know? And then we shrink that down to a 1 pixel brush and see how this looks, right? And we can draw it right over here and see, wow. I mean, look at that. It's cool as hell. Goes all the way up here, you know, somewhere around here. You know, and maybe it's a little messy, but that's okay. I think it's better to be messy and to be, you know, unrefined than it is to, you know, make some bullshit, right? Oh, but then again, that brush does look bad. Let's look for something better, right? Maybe we'll stick with the watercolor, you know? Oh, but that's actually... Ooh, that's beautiful, actually. That works amazingly. So let's go back to this, right? Okay. Yeah. kind of like this. There's like a bit there that's darker, right? Right? Uh-huh. The beauty of art is that anyone can do it, you know? No one has to be a genius to make art, right? Anyone can do it, you know? Anyone can make something beautiful. Even if they themselves don't necessarily believe that what they're making is beautiful, right? You know, I mean, because, like, yeah, maybe you might not believe in the creative process. You might think that, like, oh, you know, well, look what I'm making, it's awful, it's horrible. You know, but, you know, everyone gets, you know, a little down on themselves, right? But look at the beauty you can make, even if only rudimentary, right? I don't know, I've got a lot of thoughts on this topic specifically, given that I'm not very good at this kind of art. In fact, this is maybe the art I'm the worst at, in that sense, you know? Like, this honestly might be the style of art I'm worst at, which is fun to think about because, like, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, man, and you think this is the thing you're worst at? It's like, well, yeah, I think I'm pretty bad at, like, digital art for sure. I mean, yeah, I don't have a stylus or anything, which would be hella nice to have. Right. God, what a banger, by the way. What a banger. Wonder who put this on. Oh, man. I really think Camellia deserves way more popularity than he's got. Like, and maybe that's me, like, projecting onto an artist that, I mean, is already massively popular. Like, I'm not gonna, like, deny that, right? I mean, millions and millions of views and, like, tons of deals with like, with production companies and like, anime. I mean, he recorded a song for an anime. Yeah, it was like a fucking, like, it's a motorcycle gang anime, right? But, like, you know, shit, that's cool. Right? I mean, listen, I mean, Crystallized is an amazing album. And then we've got Light It Up, right? Just like a banger of a song. You know, just like something incredible. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I mean, it's just like awesome, right? You know, I'm loving this drawing already, even if it's like rudimentary as shit, right? Ah, you know what we need to do for this? We need to get that watercolor brush, increase its size a little, get that like dark brown color going, like a dark brown, like this, right? Like right along. Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah. Now this is gonna add some depth. You know, I mean, yeah, maybe we're not completely accurate to it, but you know, we're creating something here. We're not just, you know, gonna one-for-one the thing. We're looking to it for inspiration, right? You don't look to nature for exactitudes. You look for it for beauty and for love and other such vague nonsense. Oh, but who am I to deny it? It's kind of great making stuff, ain't it? What a banger. I can't help it. It is an unrelenting banger. Now I will say though, it doesn't extend all the way, so we're gonna have to lighten up a little bit, right? To make something really like, you know. Yeah, see? Look at that, huh? And maybe we're not completely accurate to it, right? Well, I keep saying maybe. We definitely aren't, right? But I don't know. I mean, don't you think like part of the creative process is kind of like, you know, it's fun to make stuff that's just not exact? It sounds crazy coming out of my mouth, right? I know it does. Like, I know it's especially crazy coming out of my mouth because, like, this is something I've always thought is like, we should be trying to be as accurate as possible. We should try to create facsimiles of nature. I don't know. Isn't it fun getting a little crazy with it? Getting a little goofy-doofy with it. Isn't that part of the fun? It's like making something excitingly incorrect. You know? Maybe that's what's wrong with it, right? But maybe that's what's right with it, you know? Who knows? Is that something we should think about more often? Is, you know, what if we made something completely insane, just off the wall? Something that's just nonsense. But then what if we made something awesome, right? What if we made something super cool? That's not the right brush. You know, what if we made something that, you know, it didn't have to be right, it just had to touch us, you know, it had to hit our souls. I mean, like, this, like, part of the drawing is gonna be like, I mean, it's all like, you know, it's all background, it's dressing, it's you know, it's here for the sake of being here, but it's, you know, I think that's something that's important. It's like, you know, we're all meant to be here, right? Maybe we're not meant to be here at all, you know, but wasn't that beautiful being here in the first place? Yeah, I think so. Ah, dude, shit, Strat, I didn't even... Ah, Strat, what's up, man? Hell yeah, brother. I feel so bad. I had my phone horizontal instead of on, like, the diagonal slant, you know? Ah, shit. On the diagonal slant, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like, it's rough. It's hatched, right? The hatched part is fun. That's, like, the fantastic part of drawing. I love hatching. I love just... Yeah, look at that, you know? It's uneven. It's crazy. It's wacky. Strat, it's lovely to see you, man. How you been? I haven't talked to you much on call, dude. You doing alright? Hope everything's going well, you know? Been busy, you know? I mean, I haven't been that busy. I could afford a you know, a DM or two, for God's sakes, but... But it is great to see you, man. Now, also, hey, listen. It may not look exactly like it should. It's a little different right now, but trust, the bear will tie it all together. You know, the bear is like our, you know, the bear is our, like, our, you know, accoutrement final. You know what I'm saying? It's our last little guy. We put the bear in, clutches it out. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm noticing that there's a lot of, like, little sparse bits of green. You know what I'm saying? Golly, I do feel a little embarrassed though. One of my good buddies is in call, or not in call, but in stream. I don't even notice because I'm so busy, caught up in the allure of art. It's great seeing you, man. If you're just lurking there in call, hanging out. I hope it's going alright, man. Not in call. I keep saying in call. I'm too call pilled. Shit, yeah. You've had a hell of a time working on what is it, masks, dude? Jeez. I hear about that from Ben. I'm like, golly, buddy. That map alone must have been tough, let alone all the other shit you've been making. Big respect. Masks, man. Big respect. I think about making my, like, heart campaign, and I go like, ugh, I gotta go somewhere else. I have to return some videotapes. I'm losing my freaking mind thinking about that. I need some yellow on this. Ouch! That's loud. I'm gonna turn that down in the future. Owie zowie. It needs a little yellow. Yeah, a little yellow, little yellowish orangish color. Yeah, I'm actually gonna open up the volume mixer, turn paint the hell down if I can. Actually, paint doesn't register as a thing I can turn down. It's not an app. Uh-oh, that shouldn't be loud forever. I'm trying to go. Yeah, I feel you, man. I really don't envy you. It seems like the roadblock. You know what I'm saying? Like, that map seems like the thing that is like preventing you from handling things that you are marvelously better at, right? And I don't blame you. It looks like a hassle just to figure out where everything should go, right? Like, I've been dealing with something way like lower scale with my writing project. I'm just like, man. So like, which way are you all facing? Where are you going? You know what I mean? I just like trying to figure out where exactly things are going. Like on a geographical level, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that seems like the biggest problem is like figuring out the geography of things, you know. But I'm happy to hear your you know, you're making progress at least, right? At least I'd hope so, right? Otherwise, what's all the suffering for, you know what I mean? Nah, I'm just fucking around. It's all worth it, right? All the suffering's worth it to some degree. I mean, you know, we all would hope that the suffering's worth it. Oh, that's a little too dark. Let's see, how do we make this darker? Also, I have got to move Notepad off of this dash. Yeah, I know, right? I've been thinking about that too. I'm like, shit, I've got a plot point that I'm trying to write out. Where do they go? Where do they go? You know, where does this character go? Right? Because I can't really put them anywhere until I figure out where exactly there is with regards to where they're at, you know. I'm going to keep opening Notepad until I die, apparently. Losing my McFreaking mind. I gotta get it off the Notepad. Oh, decreasing this was the smartest decision I've made thus far. Decreasing this brush size. Oh baby. Now we're getting a tree that looks like something. I mean, it don't really look like the tree in the thing, but it looks like a tree. And I think that's better than not looking like a tree, don't you think? Might have to find a new album soon too, which sucks. I don't want to listen to a different album. You know? It's a great album to put on stream because it's not as loud as the other albums I listen to. Because everything else is like deafeningly loud. Especially now. Well, actually, I don't know. Because oh, dude, Strat, you might not have been here. Dude, my audio settings got zerged, man. Like, horribly bad. Like, not good whatsoever. And I had to, like, figure out what to do about it. And let me tell you, it wasn't fun. It was, like, 12 minutes of that. Of, like, sitting in front of OBS and be like, hey, what's up with all this shit, man? It seems to be way lighter. Like this. Yeah, now that's it. Look at that. Uh-huh. That's way better. No, well, let's not, like, hey, let's not get too frisky with it. You know what I mean? How do we make it a little greater? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh brother, we're getting somewhere now. I think this gray is exactly what I've been missing this whole time. Maybe not like that all there. Let's cool it back. Let's tone it back. See, this is the problem with art, is I get really excited because I'm like, oh man, I can make something that's so dope. Yeah, dude, shit. I started stream and I was like, oh, dude, okay, I'm gonna go and like get a drink, figure out what the hell I'm doing, because you know I know I'm gonna be streaming a different thing than I usually do, right? And then, or like than I usually like have been doing for the past couple of forevers. And then I go back and I check and I'm like, hey, what the fuck, dude? It's like I'm at like negative 50 decibels when I should have been at like like negative, I don't know, negative 20. It's like, what the fuck, bro? I thought I was audible. What's going on? You know what I mean? It was like, jeez, man. Shit sucks. But it's alright, you know? Water under the bridge, you know what I'm saying? It's like, who cares, right? Well, we figured it out. It goes alright, you know? We figured it out. It goes a little better. Sometimes it goes worse. Sometimes it goes better. Can't believe it. Yeah, I know! They took my decibels. They fucking took them. They took my decibels in the divorce. It sucks. But, you know what doesn't suck? Is this banger of like a, what, second to last track? Let me check. Yeah, second banger of a second to last track. And unbelievably good. Like, I cannot, like, I know most people aren't like total EDM heads in that way. But like, endless recommendation. Please, to anybody who gives a rat's ass about EDM like that, gotta listen to some Camellia. I mean, I know he's kind of popular right now, but shit, dude, not popular enough in my opinion. I mean, I think he is incredible. But then again, you know, I'm biased as shit. I love music in this way. Need this to get darker. Again, Strat, dude, I'm super happy you're here. It's nice to have someone here. Especially someone I think is dope as hell. Also, I'd been meaning to ask you about how Mask was going, and I just haven't gone around to it. But I hope it gets easier, especially when considering that that map again. The map seems like the hardest part. This needs to get darker. Yeah, see, that cuts through. That cuts through the bullshit. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. We're not everywhere, but we're somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Something people forget about is that you gotta start somewhere. You can't be everywhere, you know? You're too glad to see streaming someone gonna figure something. Yeah, listen, you know, there's times where I'm like, man, I'm not a big streamer. I'm not a big guy. I don't get many views. But like, then I like think about doing streaming, and I'm like, this is like some of the most fun I've ever had doing an activity, right? I sit here, I talk, and I do things. Do you know how awesome that is? You know, like maybe other people disagree and think like, oh man, I wouldn't want to sit and talk all day. Buddy, I can do this forever. You want somebody to talk, buddy? You got someone right here. I'll keep talking. I'll talk until I'm dead. I got endless words, buddy. It's all words. You know, and I got that. Oh shit, I'm on the wrong layer, bro. Oh shit. Oh no. It's alright. It's okay. It's cool. It's okay. I'm not stressed out about it. I'm not stressed out about it, not one bit. We're chilling, we're grilling. You know what I'm saying? We're all cool. But, gotta say, I'm a big fan of like, you know, oh yeah, dude, I know you, buddy. You, I think, if I feel like that would be like a Saw torture room for you. But me, I'm here. I will not stop talking. I'll never stop talking. As long as, you know, as long as I can get something out of it, I'm gonna keep talking all the time. because I love words, I love language, and I love saying all sorts of shit. It's one of my favorite things to do is just put out words, put out speech, put out sounds. I love it. It's my favorite thing. I wouldn't say my favorite thing. That's a little presumptuous. That's a little crazy even. But I love it. I love words. Love speaking. Love saying shit. I'm gonna put this bear on a different level. Let's see if this is a good color match. Yeah, that's a great color match. No, come back. We're gonna keep that layer, and then we're gonna get out we're gonna cut out a vague form of the bear. Forma del bear. I don't know what bear is in Spanish, because the cruel sister saw traps. Oh my god! Oh yeah, that's cruel. I don't think I could react to my own stream because I would feel like I was dying. Alberto. Veridad. That's not truth in Spanish. That's not truth nor true in Spanish, but you gotta try anyways. It's probably like Urso, like something like Ursine, right? Like it has to be, right? It would have to be something like that, you know? Something bear related, hopefully, right? Something bear-like and related to, you know, the Romance languages and their beautiful construction of language. This bear is turning out funny. Look at this funny bear. Funny bear. Funny bear. Oh, funny bear. I looked it up. Do you want me to spoil the answer? Strat, let me think. I'm gonna guess. Like, I don't know. Ursito for like baby bear cub. I have no clue. You will have anything will be different than what I think it is probably. I have no clue though. I would love to know though at the end of the day, because that's what matters most in my beautiful life is knowledge. Well, that and my partner, but that's like an irrelevancy in this case. She's not the one who holds the information. The internet is, and the internet knows what bear is. And I want to know so desperately. Alberto. Fuck, that's funny. Alberto. That's a hilarious thing to say, even if it's kind of stupid. What's your partner's facts? Dude, El Carlito. That'd be crazy. Oh shit, we need music. Ignore the nonsense. I need to put on a banger. I need to find a new album to listen to. That's not gonna get me copyright struck. You know what, Terra? We're gonna listen to some Terra IO. We're gonna turn it down a little because this album's a little heavier. Actually, I don't know. We're gonna keep it normal volume. Also, I think on that he probably is a little more generous with the noise reduction, which is super useful. Because holy moly, was it loud whenever I first listened to it. I need to know this strat. I gotta know what the Spanish word for bear is, though. It's integral that I gain this beautiful information. Otherwise, I will have wasted my life. Also, I feel like a clown. I should know that. Oh well, didn't know it. It's so similar to the one for French, like in French too. It's like ours, right? O-U-R-S, like hours, but it's like our. Lure. Les ours. God. Yo, this crayon brush has got crazy texture, bro. Look at this. It's nuts. It's so banger. Okay, let's see. How does this little pause look? Kind of like that. Got a little bit of that going on. Which is actually so nice. Saw it in a D&D magazine. Yeah, it's Ursus. It's great. Romance languages, buddy. This shit's amazing. The fact that you can basically know a word in like 5 different languages because you know it in one, right? Or like know what kind of where to go for it is incredible. That's one thing I love about language. You can just go anywhere with it. You can just go anywhere with it. You can do anything you want with language because it's all the same shit. Language is the same. Languages are the same. You know? It's all the same nonsense. Everybody's just, you know, joking around. Joking around. Let's see. What's this bear need to really spruce it up, you know? I mean, maybe like a face that doesn't look like a nebulous blob. Also, maybe a darker coat of whatever color this is. Maybe a little darker. Maybe. If you get it kind of wrong, someone who speaks out. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, I mean, like, you go to Germany, right? And you say, like, or like a German comes over, right? And they say, danke, right? You know, you're gonna be able to tell, hey, they're saying thank you, you know? They just sound different because it's a different language, right? That's fine, even, right? Language is beautiful. Language is a beautiful, beautiful thing, and I can't believe that humans get to speak in the way that we do. I will always be thankful to language because I think it is so important for people to think about. I think it is integral to human experience because in one way or another, we're all communicating. Ursa, yeah, exactly. Say Ursa, right? Because you're going to Latin, right? French, Spanish, shit, what other Romance languages? Like Roma? I actually don't know enough Romance languages. This is really embarrassing. Shit. I don't know enough Romance languages to make this point. But I do know enough about Romance languages to make the point. Which is funny because you can be incompetent and still get there, which is crazy. This arm's gonna need to be lighter. I'll never stop talking about language. The thing is, like, I was playing Elden Ring the other day, right? And I was like, and somebody came in, they were like, you know, saying, hey man, English is my first language, so I'm not gonna be able to give you as good advice as I could, right? I'm like, oh shit, what language do you speak? You know, they're like, Malayalam, or Malayalam, right? I didn't know what the hell that was. Turns out, it's no. That's why I need to go back to that other video. Because there's gonna be copyright. Oh, there's gonna be copyright and ads. Oh, that's the worst part. I don't want ads, man. It's a nightmare. But I don't want to pay for, like, freaking, I don't want to pay for, like, YouTube Premium. What do I look like? You know? Do I look like I should be paying for YouTube Premium? No, I don't want to. But there's ads all the time. It's horrible. I gotta go back to Crystallized now. I don't mind listening to Crystallized over and over. But I don't think it's conducive to, like, I don't think it's conducive to, like... I don't think it's conducive to, like, variety. You know what I mean? Like, you want a varietable soundscape. You don't want that shit to sound the same the whole time. I know, right? Shit. You should be paying me. I'm over here, you know, listening, I'm watching your like, your ads. I'm looking at your fucking site. Why don't you pay me, motherfucker? It's orange. It's not an orange. It's like, actually, I don't know. It's kind of an orangish color. It's like a brownish orangish. How do we want to render this out? You know what I mean? Do we want a natural pencil, an airbrush? Who knows? It's natural pencil. See how it... Nope. I know, right? It's like, yeah, no thanks to us, the people who did this shit for you. Pretty much. the ones who made this site what it is. I'm gonna put just a layer over it, right? Just where this like brownish orangish goes, right? And then we're gonna put the okay, cool. Whenever I put the bear up on my screen, it doesn't pop up on the other screen. That's fantastic news. I'm not gonna lie, the whole time I've been like, man, I hope this bear isn't showing up every time I because I'm looking at the how do you say it, like the JPEG, right, that I've got of this bear, and I'm like, I don't want this to show up like in the way that it could, you know. I don't want it to just pop up and be like, well, bear time. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, this gray might be more accurate. Let's see what happens if I put this gray on there. That's arguably a more accurate gray to the whole. No, but it's not. It's too much. It's too much. Okay. But there are little bits of like lighter gray to accentuate. Like those little fingy wingies over here. But it needs to be like a darker gray overall. Yeah, this is a little better. Okay. It's a little too much. Yeah. Banger. I'm gonna keep saying this, and it's gonna lose all meaning. I'm gonna say banger alert at like every song. No, that's too much. It's this. There's a way to go here, and I'm like I'm losing my mind trying to get to like that perfect shade. You know what I mean? Maybe I need a different brush. What about airbrush? What happens if I do that? You know? The problem with airbrush is like it's too like look how airbrush looks. It's too pixely. You know what I mean? It's too pixely. It's not very natural looking, right? That's the problem with it, is like when I do this, it doesn't look natural. It doesn't look like fur, you know? It looks like, you know, it looks like airbrush. But the crayon is too much, you know? So it's like, well, what do I do? I mean, natural pencil, I guess, right? But I don't know. It's all lacking. So true. Every time I see a sausage, it's like banger alert. Oh, banger. That's such a funny thing to think about, right? I mean, maybe it's not that funny, but it's kind of funny. It's like, you know, the way that people, like, you know, fucking British people call them bangers. What the hell are you talking about banger? Why you call it a banger, my man? What's it doing that's so banging? You know? Being a sausage? I don't think being a sausage is all that banging. Not gonna lie to you. A guy like me would not feel too happy being a sausage. I'll tell you that much. Let's put this over here. Yeah, maybe honestly this this brush is gonna be what ties it together. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, again, like little rings of dark, like grayish color is gonna be what seals the deal here. Figuring out how to work that is gonna be the nightmare that sends us straight to hell. Just figuring out just how to blend all this nonsense. No, those are god-awful claws. Hum, hum, hum. Comical bear nose. Comical joke nose. It's a nose that you put on as a joke, but it's better than no nose. No nose, not good. This bear is lacking in a certain je ne sais quoi. The snoot, it's the snoot's doing. There's something going on with the snoot, but it's not perfect. Tell you that much. But now now that you mention it, I am remembering something about drawing that I remembered from classes back in college, or not college, in high school. And that's that whenever you're working with black, you don't really want to use certain colors as boundaries, you know? You want, like, you don't want, like, let's see, we'll test this out first. With this. How does this look? That's decent, that'll work. Just wish there was a way to make this more vivid. There we go, that's better. A little too large. Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. This bear is coming together. Ah, shoot. Bear. There we go. This is, and now we're getting a bear. We're getting a bear instead of a little monster thing. Let's see, and then we can do this. That's better. Yeah. Thanks, man. It's a little messy at the moment, but you know, trying to figure out just how to get around the issues that come with shading this. Let's see. Oh, that definitely needs to happen over here. Yeah, okay. His face needs a bit of shading overall. Nope. Needs to be just a mite darker. Perfect. Just a little darker than the dark we're using. But not too dark. We'll stick with this here. Ow! I've got to stop doing that. Man. No, it's not. Like, I need to make this more, like, in the brownish area. No. Man. Brown. Let's see. Huh. Much to think about. I think maybe if we worked with this, this might work better. Oh. And then we add a little here. Perfect. This is, now we're really getting somewhere. Then we do this around this. Now here we're gonna do something a little, we're gonna work on the background just a moment, right? We're gonna use the, let's see, probably the marker if we're gonna, well no, let's use the crayon, but we're gonna use the biggest form of it. We're gonna go down to the white and we're gonna change it just a little bit. Get just a little bit of blue going, tiniest bit of blue. We're going to see just how much this changes that if we go here. Maybe not blue. Maybe it's a little greener or yellower. Let's see about here. Is that? No, it's more of a blue. It's more of a blue. But it's just barely not white is the thing. Like, it may not look like much of a change at all, right? But it's important we just get a little bit of subtle change. Right? Just a little bit of subtle difference in how it all looks. 'Cause, I mean, maybe it's not the biggest change, but it's enough for people to notice. Okay. Now let's get back to it. Got a bear to draw. Now those eyes are like a brownish color, right? They're like a warmer brown. But let's all use that much. Yeah, it's important to, like, you know. Now if the eyes aren't visible yet, that's because they need something to make an edge around them. Which is where this comes in. Now we're gonna use the smallest we got. Just do some little changes here and there. Maybe that's a little too much white. We're gonna go a more minimal direction than with that. Let's go with the natural pencil, smaller. There we go. That's better. It's the little things, you know, it's the little things. And then we need to make a darker color over here, which is, you know, integral for these. Nope, that's not it. What the heck? Nope, not dark enough either. Needs to be borderline black. Maybe let's shrink this down a little. Maybe it's the fact that it is looking more brown than gray, right? Much to think about. Oh yeah, the eyes are a little much. I feel like I should change them a bit. That's just, it's too long. Man, it's hard to get to that, like, because I don't think it's like, well, I mean, actually, I don't know, maybe just like straight up black for the ears will be better than what it could be. They are pretty, like, dark. They're kind of peering into your soul, those eyes, huh? I wonder if much else needs to happen here. You know, it's getting very sad, wet-eyed cat meme energy. It does look like that, yeah. It looks a little sadder than it should, I think. Oh well. Maybe this will improve it. Maybe it doesn't. We'll see. Let's see, what else needs to happen here? Well, actually, I don't know. This is kind of doing something. It's like a little bit of a... Has a little bit of a... Yeah, okay. It's adding some texture to it. This bear is coming together, man. This bear is coming together. I hope. Think so. I don't really know where else I can go with this bear. Or at least know where I want to go with this bear. You know what I mean? Because I'm, you know, I think this bear is getting where it needs to go. Maybe do a little bit of this, get some hatching going, get some texture on this bear. Yeah, get some texture on this bear is what I should be doing. Nah, that's a little too much texture. Let's cool off. Let's see. Yeah, it's more just like straight down. Let's see here. Shit, I think we might be done with this bear. Yeah, I mean, I don't really think I have much more to do. I think this bear is about cooked. Maybe add a little bit of, you know, a little bit of a different color gray to that for a bit. We'll do the natural pencil, do it like this. But for all intents and purposes, I think this bear is done and dusted. Yeah, I think just maybe add a little bit more texture to the bear like this. Ah, no, we need to stick to some smoothness, right? Let's go to crayon here. Maybe it's a little too dark. No, it's not actually. Here it is good. Bear's name? I have no clue. A little lost on that, to be honest. I have no idea what the bear should be called. I don't know. What do you think the bear should be called, Strat? You name the bear. Give this bear a lovely name. Because I would love to know what I should call this bear. Because I got no damn clue. It's hard to name a bear, especially when you have no children and no knowledge of what to name a bear. It's a responsibility. It's a hard task, you know, to name a bear. Frango. Strat, that's a crazy name. And we will accept it wholeheartedly. I got no damn clue what we should be doing with a name like Frango, but let it be known, that's the bear's name. Frango the bear. We got Frango the bear, man. Frango was his name-o. Frango. Oh, it's like Fran, except also go. Makes sense. A logical conclusion. Let's add just a bit more here. Just gonna add just a touch more in this area. And then we will be cooked. This goose will be cooked. That's all. Like NGOs, buddy. What if I want NGO? I don't think we should have many NGOs, my man. This is our one NGO, Our one non-governmental organization. His name is Frango. And he's our bear. And we love him. I would I would fund NGOs if this was the NGO and it's Fran. What color is that? I gotta know. I think one thing I will do, oh, that's the wrong way. One thing I will do is I'm avoiding all political discussion. Not for me. Not for me. Could not pay me to talk about politics on a stream. That just seems foolish. Just seems foolish. See how this lighters it all out. Huh. Not looking bad. Yeah, I look at people getting into political discussions on streams and I'm like, no thanks. I got no interest in engaging in anything along those lines. That just seems foolish to me. I feel like there are way better things for growing a community that you could do than getting into political discussions on a stream. Like, the most you do, I think, to like keep people on board is like you do the minimum. I mean, look at like what most people do, right? They keep it to a minimum. They don't talk about much at all except for the most easily understood things, like, you know, hey, maybe don't nuke people, right? I feel like that's like the easiest thing to go with. It's just like, hey, let's stick with reasonable, like, obvious things, like, hey, don't like do horrible things to people, which is like, I mean, to be fair, obvious, but also like, you know, some people won't even get that, right? I know, hot take. Don't devastate places with nuclear activity in order to prove a point. Some countries don't understand that. I guess some people don't understand it, right? I feel like countries you can't attribute action to. See, look at this. I'm tricking myself into engaging in political discussion like a fool. Like a clown. I should be looking at... Thank you, Strat. Please don't nuke countries. I would really hate it if you did. It would be rude, and frankly, I wouldn't like it. No. This bear is zert. Bear is zonked up. That's better. It's kind of a greenish color. Huh. Let's see. I didn't even realize that was like a greenish color that I had put on there. Huh. Alright. Let's see what happens if we zoom in and do a little this. Yeah, I don't know how many more directions I can take this bear in. I feel like this is the most we're getting out of the bear. Yeah, this is, I think this is it for the bear. This is it for Frango. Well, shit. Frango finished. We are done with Frango. I'm going to end stream and go do something else. Whew. Another exhausting 2 hours. Well, not even 2 hours, like hour and a half of sitting on MS Paint. But yeah, this was fun. Got to, yeah, no problem, Strat. I will anytime. Plus, like, hey man, anytime you want to talk, or anytime you want to listen to me talk, because those are both equally likely, I am here. And shit, if I, if I can keep doing this as a hobby, I mean, I'm gonna keep doing it as often as I can. Because I love talking, I love doing things like this, and I love streaming. Actually, shit. One last thing, we need to put a little extra sauce on this tree. Just like a little extra sauce. There we go. A little extra border, just to, well, maybe not there. Like a little here. There we go. Now that ties it all together. Well, that'll be it for me. Have a nice day, y'all. Thanks for being here. Especially, hey, thanks Strat for coming in and hanging. I'll see y'all later.